If you care about the integrity of our elections, listen up. A former GOP elections official just bought Dominion Voting Systems, the company falsely accused of rigging the 2020 election against Trump. Dominion was bought by a company called Liberty Vote and quickly rebranded to reflect Trump's changes to election policy that multiple judges have said are unconstitutional and would limit who can vote. Dominion was basically a voting technology company. They made touchscreen voting machines, ballot printers and scanners, and hardware and software for managing election databases. So all the things that make it faster to count ballots, because hand counting is one, susceptible to human error, and two, takes a really long time. But the company was caught up in baseless conspiracy theories that the ballot machines stole votes from Trump in 2020. Those claims were consistently proven false. So much so that Dominion won a nearly $800 million defamation lawsuit against Fox News. The guy who runs Liberty Vote called the acquisition, quote, a bold and historic move to transform and improve election integrity in America. It certainly is bold. Liberty Vote says it's going to prioritize hand-marked paper ballots and federal standards for election security, following Trump's executive order from back in March. But almost 70% of U.S. voters already vote using paper ballots. And much of that executive order was blocked by federal judges pretty quickly for the obvious red flags. The Constitution doesn't allow the president any specific power or influence over elections. One of the more controversial parts of that order would require people to provide citizenship documents, like passports, birth certificates, when they register to vote. This was the thing that was going to make it harder for married women to vote if they had changed their name. They also want to require proof of citizenship for voters to cast a ballot, bar the states from counting mail-in ballots postmarked on time but received after Election Day, and narrow the limits of who can receive mail-in ballots in the first place. The party that won't stop talking about free and fair elections but is doing shady partisan things, like literally buying the voting machines, is likely trying to cheat. If you're a Republican voter, this totally makes sense to you. You've been told this elaborate story for years and years that this company is corrupt and the Democrats cheat. Of course, the only way to set things straight would be to buy the company and reform its tyrannical processes. But the things those Republican voters were told aren't true. Factually, undeniably false. Not real. And if you look at this situation with that knowledge in your back pocket, you can see pretty clearly that this is a direct threat to the integrity of our elections. They just bought control of the game.